So this is a quote from Gartner that I really like, that talks about the realistic situation that you cannot possibly defend against all threats, especially with limited resources. So what you're trying to do is determine or narrow that down, reduce that down to what's relevant. And the way that you can do that is by leveraging threat intelligence to determine what's relevant in your environment, and then combined with MITRE ATT&CK framework, providing context to that relevancy. Okay, so what's relevant, right? Well, relevance is what we care about. What do I care about? Well, in this little Venn diagram I put together, and you may have seen similar graphics that depict this, is that there's a whole sea of activity that you're trying to manage across your environment, all the vulnerabilities that are out there, all the threats are out there. Well, when you start to draw the intersects, you can start to narrow down what's where your focus should be in your threat landscape. So for example, when you combine all the vulnerabilities that are out there with your environment and that intersect, there are vulnerabilities in your environment, but perhaps there's no known exploits for those. And so that while they are a concern of yours, they're not your top concern. And then in areas where there's threats, but you've already addressed those vulnerabilities through mitigation, so obviously those are no longer a threat because you've addressed those. If there's areas where we have threats against vulnerabilities where there's a known exploit, and that is a vulnerability that exists in your environment that hasn't been mitigated, now you have that triad, right? Now you have that area of concern or that threat landscape.